Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It's December the 10th, 2023, and I apologize that the video is coming out a little later than normal on a Sunday. Since the last Sunday in November, we've been working. So I worked today, so by the time I got back, had something to eat, picked the postcards that I was going to send, and then created the video for you that I'm doing right now. It is a bit later. Now I'll have to edit it after it and then get it out to you. So some of you will see it today. Some of you probably will see it on another day. And I appreciate you watching whatever day you do. If you're first time here and finding me, thank you for finding me. And make sure you subscribe, like, leave positive comments, and share with other people. Let's get into what I'm doing today. So I've got 8 official Postcrossing addresses that I can send cards to. So I've pulled those addresses and I picked cards. I'm going to show you what cards I picked. And then I'm going to talk about what I'm doing for my direct swaps this week. Let's get into it. The very first card I have is going off to Poland. And she says she loves exchanging snail mails, exchanging letters since 2021. And now thought she'd like to try postcards. So she likes to do card swaps and small stationery swaps worldwide. If someone asks me what I do in my spare time, I always reply that I go to the cinema, watch TV series, travel whenever possible, write letters, or create different trackings for Bujo. I don't know what Bujo is. B-U-J-O, for those of you who may know. I love the world of Harry Potter. The book Shadow of the Wind changed a lot of my life, and thanks to it, I fell in love with Barcelona. I will be happy to receive any card from you. Anyways, here are some of the favorite things. Harry Potter, One Tree Hill, Grey's Anatomy, Barcelona, Spain, castles, vintage or retro cards. And she really would like to receive postcards with landscapes from your country or city. And if you don't know what to write, you can include some sentences in your native language, a few words about your country, about your hobbies, your favorite movies and series, and what makes you smile. Please no ad cards, free cards, or self-printed cards. All received postcards are registered on the day of their arrival. If you send me one and it hasn't been registered, it means I haven't received it yet. All right, so I've gone with a vintage card. I've got this vintage card of Montreal. This is Dorchester Street looking east, showing the St. James Cathedral, the new Queen Elizabeth Hotel, and International Aviation Building. I'm not sure the date of it, but you can tell from the cars. It is probably from about the 50s or early 60s maybe that this card was taken. So there we go, vintage card of Montreal going off to Poland. The next card I have is going off to Germany. And she says she's 52 years old, she's married and has 3 children. She loves cards with animals, especially owls, cats, ravens, foxes, and wolves. And also likes postcards with flowers, trees, and landscapes. So I've gone with this one. This is the floral clock at Beechwood in Carleton County. So it isn't as vibrant as I'd like it to be as far as floral, but it does have floral and trees, and it is something relatively local. So that's the category I fit in. All right. The next card I have is going to the Netherlands, and he is married. It says he's married to a kind woman. That's very nice. He works in a hardware store. He likes it very much. He likes photography. He likes to go to flea markets and secondhand shops because he likes vintage. Any kind of card is welcome, but if you don't know what kind of card to send, please check this one. And no black and whites. He prefers just color cards. He likes tourist postcards of the city and village that you live in, your region, your country. Postcards with a photo of old-time cars, such as the 1960s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. So maybe that last card of Montreal would have fit into that. He also likes postcards of modern trains, modern or old trams, modern or old buses, touring cars, modern or old trucks and airplanes. He likes anything transportation related, I'm guessing. He also likes beach and beach life cards with food and recipes, a photo of a store, shop, or market, or restaurant, bar, cafe, or pub, a photo of people, photos of royal family, and then he also likes the Deutsche Democratic Republic cards, Eastern Bloc, Eastern European postcards from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and handmade cards. Oh, and he likes beautiful stamps. So then he gives some specific things about certain countries if you want to send. And he also says, you can write me about your job, study, your hobbies, your favorite movies, your favorite songs, or you can write me other things you'd like to tell me. Please don't leave the postcard empty. And he doesn't like ad cards, and he doesn't like military cards. And he asks that you upload the postcard because his smartphone has errors sometimes. All right. Well, since he mentioned transportation over and over and over again, I went with this. This is the Antique Automobile Museum in Saint-Jacques in the Madawaska County in northern New Brunswick. And so we have a few antique vehicles in there. Well, I hope it fits the bill for him. All right, my next card is going off to Pennsylvania in the United States. And she says she's an animal lover and has 2 cats. Ideas for postcards. She likes nature or landscapes, forest, ocean, sea, beach, rivers, meadows, sunset, sunrises, night views, mountain, space. You know, you get it. All the different views of nature. Animals, especially likes big cats, dolphins, butterflies, baby animals, but all welcome. Food, art, angels, carousels, castles, interesting architecture. Postcrossing meetup cards are also a favorite. Tourist cards are great multi or single view cards. Also open to widening my horizons. Surprise me. Ideas of what to write. I love to get some information from the sender on the card, age, hobbies, explanation of the postcard, story about postcards, favorite foods, why you picked this card for me. I also get a kick out of feedback on postcards I've sent. Are really good when I know the person really liked or loved the card. I like that too. When you get a card that's been registered and they write a note about what they liked about the card you sent, it really helps you when you send other cards. So that's always a good thing to do. Postcrossing is the coolest thing. I love it. Many thanks for your wonderful, thoughtful postcards. All right. She says she likes meetup cards. So I've chosen this one, the Nova Scotia meetup that happened last year. And it's got ships and water. And so I think it kind of fits a couple of the other things that she talks about as well. So we have that one. The next one is going off to Germany. And he says, please use a standard size postcard. Okay, that's great, because that means I don't send any of those really long cards that I have out, but I will use a relatively standard size postcard. He says his name and where he's from. He was born in 1992, but not in the area he was born somewhere else other than where he is now, but also in Germany. He says his name is Russian, but he doesn't speak Russian, so please keep to writing in English and German because he can't read Russian writing. He's a huge fan of cities like New York, London, and Tokyo, mainly because of the cityscapes. It's much more organized and structured. You can literally feel how life is proceeding just by being in the middle of a big city. Do send what you want to send. I'm a fan of very detailed pictures, just images or paintings where very much is going on, preferably realistic photos or even landscapes or skylines, probably my favorite to speak. If you don't have such a card, just send me what one you have. I'm preferring cards that arrive in time and don't take much longer than. Then he goes on to talk about how after 60 days it's too long. So we'll just leave it at that. We'll hope it gets there quickly. He says he likes cityscapes, so I'm sending him this 3D Toronto card. So hopefully he enjoys that. He talks about liking cities like Toronto or like New York and Tokyo. So we're going to add Toronto to the list and see if he likes Toronto as well. That's the biggest city in Canada. All right, my next card is the second one I have going to Poland. And she says she loves animals, especially cats, dogs, and horses. And she's been learning how to ride a horse for some time now. Also will appreciate any card sent to me, especially showing your city, country, or another gripping topic. Animals, for instance, horses, cats, dogs, hamsters, rabbits, deers, foxes, wolves, owls, fish are also welcome. I will also appreciate nice cards referring to the solar system, planets, or just showing beautiful landscapes here on Earth. Thank you for the cards and everything you write, and stick on the other side. So she likes animals. We're going to send her this one here of some Canadian animals that you might find if you were out in the wild. Some of these you would not want to run into in the wild. So better to be seen on a postcard. All right. The next one is going to Germany. And he says, please write on your card by your own hand or with a PC. Don't give your address away to another service to send the card. It can take longer in time till he registers because sometimes he travels and he's off on business. So sometimes it takes a little longer to get the cards registered. In his free times, he plays table tennis, but he travels a lot. His favorite travel destinations are cities around the world and sometimes on a beach. Postcards are welcome with every motif. With motifs, I start sometimes. So he has, sounds like he has a YouTube channel as well. He says you can go check it out in his profile. I didn't see the link to it on his profile, so I wasn't able to go look for it. He's also enjoys stamps because he has started a stamp collection. He says, you're welcome to send me cards from your hometown. If you'd like, you can write some nice or funny words. You may know some nicer spots to see in your country. If you know a place to visit, maybe one day give me a tip for a place. So when he goes travel, there's a new place he can travel to. Please upload yourself a picture of the postcard. Now, he says he registers every postcard he gets. If your postcard has not been registered, it means that he hasn't gotten it yet. So please do not ask to register it. And then he talks about something in German as well. So I've chosen this one here. This is the community of Elgin here in New Brunswick, not too far away from where I live. And it just shows some of the beautiful images you might find if you go to the small community of Elgin. So if he wants to travel there one day, what happened to my paperclip? There it is. If he wants to travel there sometime, he can. So maybe he'll probably stay in Moncton as well. All right, the last official card I have is going to the Netherlands, and she says she is a grandmother and she lives in the southern part of the Netherlands. She's retired, so she likes to fill a big part of her days doing volunteer work. That seems to be a very common thing amongst people in the Netherlands. It's fantastic that they love to give back. I have read so many profiles from the Netherlands of people that volunteer in their spare time. Kudos to you guys. She likes to receive the following kinds of cards: landscapes, places where you live, buildings, natures, animal, art, and then please do not send me any advertising cards, no cards in envelopes, because she likes to have the stamps on the cards. If possible, please send me cards in the 10 by 15 centimeter format. Otherwise, it's very hard to store them, so a standard size card. If you receive a card without an ID or with the wrong ID number, please ask Postcrossing to help you. That has much more results than putting the question about this in your profile. I've found that too. People that found that they have a problem with Postcrossing, write it in their Postcrossing profile. I don't think anyone's going to notice how to fix that there. Go to the official Postcrossing people. They'll fix it quickly. So I've picked this card of Deer of New Brunswick. She likes animals. She wanted something local. So we've got lots of deer around. All right, that is my last official one that I have to fill out and send. So I'll work on those. Now, the other thing I wanted to do is I've got some direct swaps. And so this week for direct swaps, I'm being a little cheeky, doing something a little different. I'm sending Santa letters to all my direct swaps that I have this week. I picked up a bunch of letters from work, and so I will address them. Maybe put a little note inside, but the main note is going to be from Santa. And then the main thing for this is that there's postage already prepaid on these worldwide. So I'm giving it as a test. I am sending these off to the direct swaps that I have this week, and hoping that they get these cards, one, by Christmas, and two, I want to make sure they get them at all. So the theory is that these can be mailed anywhere in the world and you don't have to add any extra postage. So I'm being cheap. I'm not adding any postage to those. I'm sending them out worldwide and hoping they get to their destinations. And when people receive them, hopefully they'll let me know that they got a letter from Santa. So that's the excitement that's going to be there. If it works, maybe next year I'll take even more letters and send them out to all of my friends that I direct swap with. I know there are some people that probably would like to get them that aren't on my list right now, and I would like to expand it, but I want to make sure that these ones get out to the people that I'm sending them to. So it's a test, and hopefully it'll be fun. Now, I'm still waiting for my letter back from Santa. Maybe next week I'll have one of those to read to you. All right, that's it for now. I got some work to do, and you guys have a magical week. Oh, yes, don't forget, if you like the penny red stamps, go to Liverpool Stamps. Make your order before the end of the month because you're going to get 25% off if you put in the discount code TDG. So liverpoolstamps.co.uk. All right, now have a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Bye.